Most people think they remember what they learned in school. Most people are wrong. Welcome back to Quizzitive. Let's start easy. How many legs does a spider have? 8. Arachnids always have 8. That's what separates them from insects. What is the capital of France? Paris, the city of light. Africa versus Europe. Which one is actually bigger? Africa. It's actually 3 times the size of Europe. One of the most underestimated geography facts out there. Which gas do plants absorb from the air to make food? Carbon dioxide, and they give us oxygen in return. Name the continent that includes France, Germany, and Italy. Spell it out. Europe, 44 countries, 1 continent. Remember where each school item is. Where is the pencil? Which organ pumps blood around the body? The heart. Around 100,000 beats every single day. What force pulls objects toward the Earth? Gravity. Newton described it. The apple helped. One of these doesn't belong. Spot the bird among the mammals. Eagle. Dogs, cats, and cows are all mammals. The eagle is the only bird in the group. Dinosaurs or humans? Who was here first? Dinosaurs are by about 65 million years. Humans are very, very late arrivals. Which planet is famous for its bright rings? Saturn. Those rings are mostly ice and rock. What is 100 divided by 4? $25, a quarter of 100. A flag is on screen. Which country outline matches it? Portugal. Narrow strip on the western edge of the Iberian Peninsula. An octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood. What is 7 times 8? $56, the one everyone always second guesses. The sun or the moon? Take a guess at which one is bigger. The sun, about 400 times wider than the moon. They only look the same size from Earth. How many sides does a hexagon have? 6, same as every cell in a honeycomb. True or false, a tomato is botanically a fruit? True. It grows from a flower and contains seeds. That's the definition. What liquid covers 71% of the Earth's surface? Spell it out. Water, and only about 3% of it is fresh. Who was the first president of the United States? George Washington took office in 1789. Warm up, done. If that felt easy, good, because the pop quiz is next and it's a different level. Stay sharp. Chemistry time. What is the chemical symbol for gold? Au, from the Latin word aurum. What is the tallest mountain on Earth? Mount Everest, 8,849 meters above sea level. The printing press or the internet, which invention came first? The printing press, invented by Gutenberg around 1440. The internet came over 500 years later. Which country has the most people in the world today? India, it overtook China in 2023. What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen, 78% of every breath you take. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs that was still edible. At what temperature does water boil at sea level in Celsius? (100 degrees), lower at altitude, higher under pressure. Canada or Australia? Which country takes up more space on the map? Canada, the second largest country on Earth, almost twice the size of Australia. What do we call the energy an object has because of its height or position? Potential energy. The moment it falls, that becomes kinetic. What is often called the powerhouse of the cell? The mitochondria. It produces the energy every cell runs on. What gas do humans need to breathe to survive? Spell it out. Oxygen. 4 minutes without it and the brain starts shutting down. What process do plants use to make food from sunlight? Photosynthesis. Sunlight in, glucose and oxygen out. Memorize where each item sits. Where is the globe? History check. In which year did World War II end? (1945). Germany surrendered in May, Japan in September. 3 of these shapes are quadrilaterals. One is the odd one out. Which? Triangle. Squares, rectangles and rhombuses all have 4 sides. A triangle only has 3. Another flag on screen. Which country outline matches it? Japan. 4 main islands, instantly recognizable shape. What is the value of pi, rounded to 2 decimal places? .14, and it goes on forever without repeating. A right angle or an acute angle, which one is larger? A right angle, exactly 90 degrees. An acute angle is anything less than that. Quick maths, what is 15% of 200? .30, 10% is 20, add half of that. True or false? Sound travels faster through water than through air. True, about 4 times faster in fact. Pop quiz and cleared, 2 sections down. The midterm is next. This is where it separates the A students from everyone else. Good luck! Chemistry. What is the atomic number of carbon? Six protons, and the foundation of all known life. What is the square root of 144? A perfect square. The American Revolution or the French Revolution? Which one happened first? The American Revolution, 1776. The French followed in 1789, partly inspired by it. The Newton is the unit of measurement for what? Force. 1 Newton accelerates 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second squared. What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle in degrees? .180. Every triangle every time, no exceptions. Match the flag to its country shape. Which outline is correct? Chile, the longest, narrowest country in the world. History. In which year did the Berlin Wall fall? (1989), November 9th, after 28 years dividing East and West Berlin. What is the chemical formula for table salt? NaCl, sodium and chlorine, 2 dangerous elements that make something you season your food with. Jupiter or Neptune? Size them up. Which planet wins? Jupiter, by a huge margin. You could fit more than 1,300 Earths inside it. How many chromosomes does a typical human body cell have? (46), arranged in 23 pairs. A single bolt of lightning is about 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. What is the SI unit of electric current? The ampere, named after French physicist André-Marie Ampère. An image is on screen. Which organ sends the signals that control the whole body? The brain. 1.4 kilograms responsible for literally everything you do. What force resists motion between two surfaces in contact? Spell it out. Friction. Without it, you couldn't walk or even hold a pen. What is the capital of Brazil? Brasília, not Rio, not São Paulo, purpose-built in 1960. Which ancient arena was used for gladiator fights? The Colosseum, built in Rome around 80 AD, capacity 80,000. Reptiles or not, find the animal that doesn't fit with the others. The frog. Snakes, lizards and turtles are reptiles. Frogs are amphibians. Atlantic or Indian, which ocean covers more of our planet? The Atlantic, second only to the Pacific in size. Midterm complete. 3 sections down. The final exam is all that stands between you and the finish line, and it's impossible difficulty. No pressure. What is the most abundant element in the entire universe? Hydrogen, 75% of all ordinary matter. Stars run on it. What is the name of a polygon with 8 sides? Octagon. You walk past them every day on stop signs. 3/13 versus 0.24. Which number is actually larger? 0.24. 3 divided by 13 is roughly 0.23, just barely smaller. What is the approximate speed of light in kilometers per second? (300,000 kilometers per second. Enough to circle Earth 7 times in 1 second. What is the pH value of a perfectly neutral solution? (7), right in the middle. Below is acid, above is alkaline. Which part of a plant cell carries out photosynthesis? The chloroplast. It holds the chlorophyll that captures sunlight. Shark, whale, dolphin, seal. One of these is not like the others. Which? The shark? It's a fish. Whales, dolphins and seals are all mammals that breathe air. Egyptian pyramids or the Roman Colosseum? Which one is older? The pyramids, built around 2500 BC. The Colosseum wasn't finished until 80 AD. That's over 2,500 years apart. Who developed the theory of general relativity? Albert Einstein, published in 1915, changed physics forever. Which mountain range forms the natural border between Europe and Asia? The Ural Mountains, over 2,500 kilometers from the Arctic to the steppes. What is the next prime number after 7? 11. 9 and 10 both divide cleanly, so 11 is next. What geological formation erupts with lava and ash? Spell it out. Volcano, named after Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. Final maths. What is 2 to the power of 10? (1024), the number every computer scientist knows by heart. Which instrument is used to see very tiny objects like cells? The microscope. Modern ones can magnify up to 10 million times. A blue whale and an African elephant. Which one has the bigger heart? The blue whale, its heart weighs around 180 kilograms and is the largest of any animal on Earth. Cube, sphere, circle, pyramid. One of these lives in a different dimension. Find it! Circle, it's a flat 2D shape. The other three are all three-dimensional solids. Final question, true or false? The Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. False. Long, yes, but far too narrow. Astronauts have confirmed it. And that's the school knowledge quiz. If you ace this, your teachers would be proud, or maybe just surprised. Subscribe for more quizzes, new ones every week. See you in the next one.